You're now tuned into STWF TV, the Parlay Perspective. The Parlay Perspective. Where we talk hockey.
Feed Byfield around one man in on goal. Scores! What a goal! Quentin Byfield! And that gets Jim Fox out of his seat here at Crypto.com Arena.
Basketball.
To take matters into his own hands, Van Horn. Now, you got to get this in from Church here. With the snap. Oh, my gosh. Down, Kobe.
Football.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my goodness!
Oh, my God.
Wilson's going to lob one, and somehow, some way, Paul Richardson comes up with the ball.
Cuts upfield. Hurdles over a couple of people.
Oh my goodness, did you see that? He hit Steve Brown with what looked like a karate kick.
Baseball and more.
Well, there goes again. Pitch is swung on a miss. Throw to second base is high. They're going to say that Rojas got in the way. It doesn't matter. Sosa tagged him out anyway. That was an amazing catch and tag by Sosa.
In the air along the line in right. Long way to go for Jake. Fouled round, and he's got it. And he's up and over.
The Parlay Perspective. The Parlay Perspective.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome in. It's the Parlay Perspective. I'm Dale. We got Onk in the building. What's going on, Onk?
Hey man, I'm telling you, I gotta get used to that long ass intro. I went, fixed me a sandwich, drank me a beer, used the toilet, changed clothes because I had different clothes on before I had, for the camera went live. But hey, this you do, Uncle STWF TV. And boom, welcome to the Parlay Perspective. I'm in the building, man. Y'all better get used to seeing my face. Shoot.
Go.
It feel like the pastor getting introduced to his church. Be like, hey, everybody in the congregation, this is our pastor. Y'all might not remember him, but yeah, this is the pastor.
Yes, indeed, man. Yes,
well, how's it going there, Dale, man? Like, how we enjoying this Monday?
It's a Monday, It's the worst day of the week. So, I'm doing as good as I can be.
It depends if the work, because if you was at home collecting paper, collecting checks, listen, that's the best day of the week. They don't like, they don't like weekends when the mailman don't pay. But Mondays, shit, they get that check in the mail.
That's true. That's true, man. That's true.
So, shit, I guess if you're a Mexican, they don't like that either. They like it too. It's one day closer to Taco Tuesday.
That's right. That's right. That's right. One step closer there. So what's going on, Jake? How you doing, man?
Hey, what's up with you, Jake, baby? Look, that's that old school Unk right now. Listen, Unk is a little bit more groomed. It's just Unk. But back in the day, this is Unk. Uncle Leroy, don't say the Leroy without the Junior. You see, I'm a little censored now. I come censored.
That's indeed. All right, let's talk about it. The NBA Finals. One game apiece. We have the Indiana Pacers won the first one. The Oklahoma City Thunder won the second one. But the second game, I thought the Thunder pretty much had it in command. Like they were up by 20, like the majority of the game. Indiana had no runs in them. So, what you thinking about this finals, man? They're going back to Indianapolis.
Sir, you could go check the tape. I said in our, before the game that the Pacers was gonna win. I told you all, I told y'all the reasoning why I said it, but I didn't tell y'all the logic. So tonight y'all gonna hear the logic, I guess, because this is a sports show. But if you look at the Indiana Pacers, they have a history for comeback. They got the most comeback victories in the NBA. So that's indicative of them. And if you watch the game with the same eye I did, I never seen the Thunder, just gain control of the game. Yes, it was just back and forth. They had the lead, but they still never, put that sparkle, knock that sparkle out of the Pacers' eyes, because all I gotta say is what the Halliburton, you know what I'm saying, in your face. Yes, put some respect on his name. That's what it is. So, we can go, get up the X's and O's, but, the Thunder, they don't have a history of, greatness. The Pacers does, I'm just saying, that's why I lean toward the Pacers, because I think that the Pacers should outcoach the Thunder.
Yeah. Look, the Pacers, that first game they won, they had to come back to do it. And that does say something. So maybe the Thunder had this thing all figured out, but we'll see when we go back home to Indianapolis, and we'll see how things play out there. Because look, for some reason, man, home court means a lot, and games will switch once you switch to the different home courts. And but the Pacers did what they were supposed to do: go win one on their floor. You win one on their floor, you're supposed to win the ones at home. If you do that, you take over the home court advantage. So, we'll see what ends up happening, man, with these NBA finals, man. Been a good game so far. So let's switch over to the WNBA. And a big injury here. Courtney Vandersloot tore ACL. She's going to be out the remaining of the year. So that's a big loss for the Sky. We'll see how that team, goes on from here. Because, look, losing a big player like that and not really having you got young players like you got Haley out there, and you still got Angel, but I don't know if that's going to be able to hold down your team and lead you guys to victory. So yeah, man, that's the WNBA news update there. Look like we lost Onk. Try to see if we can get him back in there. Definitely don't need me to be solo in this thing for very long. This is not what anybody wants to hear right here. So so I'll just move on a little further in my in the show here, and we'll see when Unk comes back, or if he comes back. But listen, I want to talk college baseball. That's right. College baseball is what I'm going to talk, because I'm the only one here. So.
No, the F you not, brother. What's up, man?
What's going on, Coach?
How you doing, Mr. Dale?
I'm all good. I was here with Onk first, and Onk dropped off.
I got you, brother. I got you. Let's rock and roll, man.
Definitely appreciate you coming to save me here. But so yes, I just touched on the NBA Finals. Okay. Do you have any more thoughts on that? Because I'll let the people get what they need from you.
Okay, like I said from right before the start of game one, OKC in 6, man. I still think they're gonna take it.
Yeah,
they let one get away from them, but Hallie's limping. He's got some in the lower body going on. Caruso is doing what I said he was going to do, be the defensive stopper that they need him to be and provide the leadership. And man, SGA probably can get this finals MVP. I think I saw he is, for the first finals of his career, he has the most points. I think he broke, was it Steph's record?
Oh.
He broke somebody's record recently, but he's got the NBA record for that now for first 2 games in the finals career.
Wow. Okay.
Was it 92 points, I think, in 2 games?
Yeah. That's big time then.
Yes, sir.
Record book already. That's pretty sweet, dude. Like you draft somebody that high, man. Look, you hoping for this kind of return on the investment there. So that's pretty sweet, man. All right. Well, look, the game goes back to Indianapolis now. So I said Indiana did what they needed to do.
They stole
one game on their court. And so now you need to handle your business at home, and we'll see. But the fact that the Thunder was like holding things down by 20 points plus last night. I don't
Made it
know.
look
Maybe
easy.
they found something out, you know.
Too much firepower, man. Too much firepower, and I think Indiana's offense is too dependent on Hallie.
Yeah. I understand that, man. So
yeah, basketball. Oh boy, what was going on?
Oh yeah, this is the end of basketball. Sorry.
Nope. I got in just in time to weigh in. Nice try, though.
What do you got to say about this finals, man?
OKC is just too damn deep, man. It's gonna be a tough win for the Pacers, but I do think they'll get one more win out of this series, the Pacers at least. So I think it goes 6. But yeah, man, I don't know, but I think the better coach is still Carlisle. We'll see though.
Mm-hmm.
But man, they should have lost both of these games, honestly.
Wasn't he y'all coach the one that won the championship for y'all, coach?
Yes, he was.
Okay, that's what I thought.
And he was robbed of one from the first time he was in Indy. That team that was involved in the Malice and the Palace, that was a championship caliber team as well.
Okay.
He also got robbed of one in Detroit because he was the coach there, built the whole team, then they moved on, and then they won it the next year with his roster.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. I know what that is. All right. Now we're going to talk college baseball.
Oh, I can leave.
We've got 7 teams so far going to Omaha to punch their ticket. Right now, we currently have Duke and Murray State battling it out to face UCLA and Nebraska, Omaha, Nebraska. But the 8 teams are set. We got Arizona versus Coastal Carolina, Oregon State versus Louisville, and we got LSU versus Arkansas. So this is going to start off the thing. It's a double elimination tournament. What sucks to me about this tournament is they don't reseed once they get to Omaha, and I think that's dumb. Because you've got a whole bracket that just played out, right? And so now you're in one place, and so let's seed everybody correctly, because seeding should matter. That's the way I think. And also in the regionals, the NCAA has a stupid rule where they let like everybody get a home game in the regional, even though you're hosting, you're at LSU's place. But you're going to tell me we're the visiting team, so are we bat second or whatever, bat first or whatever, it is. it's stupid, dumb, man. Like you play for these seeds. These seeds need to matter, and that's my 2 cents there. So
well, maybe you don't play for the seeds there. Just get into the dance.
Well, I mean, that's what it ends up being. once you do all this foolishness and just
ain't that your favorite line? Ain't that your favorite line? Just get to the dance. Just get in.
No, you're talking about like playoff.
NFL football with the Saints, yeah,
which is different. Totally different.
Oh, okay.
I have a question. In Murray State, the team that you kind of are worried about a little bit?
I am worried about Murray State because when I see them play well and win, they're scoring like double digits.
Yeah.
I don't want no parts of that. Take y'all Murray State behinds back to wherever Murray State is. I have no idea where it is on the map. None at all. So take y'all behinds back to whatever state y'all come from. So
damn shame.
Yeah, that's how I feel about them, man. But yeah, the game last night, pretty exciting. LSU took care of business, beating West Virginia. And so we got to get matched up against Arkansas. Now, when we started off the tournament, we talked about how the SEC, I think they had like, I want to say 12 teams or whatever into the tournament, and now we're down to 2. from the SEC.
Yeah.
So
it happened, beating up on each other, but we don't just play football in the SEC. I see.
no, it all matters. Okay.
And how many? And had a bunch of in the basketball tournament as well, right?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes. I want to say it was 12 out of 14 made it to the basketball tournament. Yes.
You heard that, Jay? You see that, Jay?
Yeah. True supremacy.
I'm part of the cult now. I have been welcomed into the cult.
Yeah. True supremacy. Jake don't know nothing about that. Jake's little conference won 2 bowls, and now he thinks that they're somehow superior to the SEC. I don't even understand this. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Out of his goddamn mind.
We deserve 4 spots.
We deserve 4 spots.
I know Jake wasn't a fan of that, but it was your coach.
So yeah, I would prefer to see Duke make it in and potentially play them than play Murray State. I don't want no parts of them.
Man, stand on that. Beat the best on the way to the title, man.
Forget all that. All right. When you win your titles, nobody asks who you played. All right.
Not the 011 Mavericks.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody's asking that.
No, absolutely they do. That title run is often referred to as the greatest title run ever.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it is. Mm-hmm.
So who do they have to beat?
They beat
they beat 3 Hall of Famers on one team.
Portland. They beat a Portland team with Brandon Roy and Aldridge. It was a very good team at the time. Crazy. They swept the defending champion Lakers with Kobe.
Yeah.
They beat OKC with
the big 3
Harden,
OKC.
KD, and Westbrook in their prime.
Yep.
Then they beat the big 3 in Miami.
It's literally the greatest. It's literally the greatest.
With Dirk and some very good role players and vets.
Yep. Like old ass Kid, old ass Terry, old ass Taylor.
Old ass Matrix.
Old ass Matrix.
With JJ Barrera causing havoc. So yes. Sometimes they do ask, who did you beat on the way to the title?
Out of Northeastern. Massachusetts.
You hear that? You hear that, Dale? Stay 10 toes down, Dale.
He is. He's always on his tippy toes.
With the black socks and the stool. Oh, man.
I'm dying.
Y'all act like y'all don't use them tiptoes sometimes, man. Like, y'all do it.
Nah, I'm too old. I'm too old. I just lay on my side now. Sorry, wifey.
Yeah, rough. Man,
all right.
like a whale.
All right. Let's talk about the NCAA house settlement. So we were talking about NIL for a very long time, and this is part of the deal now. So schools will be able to pay athletes directly for the first time. So the bill got approved, and starting on July 1st, schools can share up to 22% of their total revenue.
What could go wrong?
So the NCAA fought this, right? Originally?
Yeah.
It's proved in court. So we might be seeing the beginning of the fall of the NCAA as we know it.
Oh, yeah. It's coming down right now. There's even more to this because, all right, so you can give them up to 22%. The cap is going to grow, of course. They're saying like 4% annually, expected to reach over 30 million by the settlement's end in 10 years. So after 10 years, they got to come back to the table, renegotiate all this kind of stuff. Maybe we'll have a union by then. I don't know. And also the settlement includes 2.7 to 2.8 billion in back damages for athletes who competed between 2016 and 2024. And like these people were denied, NIL earnings and all this kind of stuff.
That sucks. I thought you were gonna say, let's go back to the 90s, man. Some of us broke then.
Yeah. So yeah, you're gonna see players getting like $135,000 checks and stuff like that. Let me see what else. Oh, and as a part of this deal too, there's going to be a non-NCAA entity, the College Sports Commission, led by the Power Four conferences, which will oversee revenue sharing, compliance, and regulate third-party NIL deals. So the athlete has to report NIL deals worth $600 or more to the clearinghouse, and then they're going to determine the fair market value and all this kind of stuff and evaluate the deals. So this is now a separate entity with enforcement capabilities in regards to NIL and revenue sharing. So there you go.
Okay.
That's the beginning. This sounds like a commissioner, but there's a commission that's doing this stuff. So yes.
Yeah, but you know how hard this is going to be to regulate, because now what happens when a player has the ability to have like a $1.5 million deal and the commission's like, no, you make $500K like everybody else. And he's like, wait, what?
That defeats the purpose of the of open market.
Yeah, so they got this wrong, but we'll see what happens.
Well, they're trying to stop the whole, hey, come play for LSU and you get to drive this nice car and all you got to do is make one commercial for me and that's it. So now you have to do more to earn this money. You have to actually earn this money and they'll determine the fair market value.
Yeah, see, they're already earning it on the fucking field. Like whatever they do in practice, all of that. Like that's crazy. Again, they're just trying to finally had to put money in their pockets. Now they're trying to take it back out. Of course.
Now,
predictable.
Is this going to put the small schools at a disadvantage because big schools can go all the way up to the max? They can go all the way up to 22%, no problem. And they'll still have their money. But the small schools, they can't. It might not be able to share 22% because they got to keep the lights on.
Isn't it going to be a shared revenue?
No, every school shares the revenue. So Texas and LSU don't combine together to share revenue. No, LSU shares revenue with its players. Texas shares revenue with its players. So whatever that number is for each school, that's what they're sharing. 22% of that.
I thought it was. Maybe
and I believe if I'm correct about this 22% still have to be divvied up between all of the sports. So
right, but you are if it's 20 million, 17 of that's going to football, and then 3 will go to the rest of everybody else.
Exactly.
That's how that's going to play out. And it should. Everyone's fucking watching football. We're not watching volleyball.
The revenue generating sports. Yes. Absolutely.
We're not tuning in to ESPN to watch volleyball. I mean, Dale might. Them shorts are short, so.
I mean, look, beach volleyball, you got me.
I'm all ears and or eyes.
I mean, come on, now y'all have scrolled past the Olympics and saw that beach volleyball and went, whoa,
come on. It seems like a good day for the beach.
Well, it's the same thing. It's just colleges, and these are the people that's going to the Olympics. So there you go. Just get your Olympics on early. That's all. So
yeah, good question. Who determines fair market?
The commission.
Yes. What could go wrong here?
There you go.
It's gonna put the mob bosses in the fucking commission, and we're all screwed.
Look, they were crying too much about this being a big deal. So they were waiting on this revenue sharing thing, the model to come out. It's out. Now we see where we go from here. So we will see. All right. So that's that. Let's get to some NFL talk and our feature story. It's official.
Must be the money.
Aaron Rodgers has signed with the Steelers. We've been on Aaron Rodgers' watch forever. Will, I know you're excited to see this news.
What side jersey you wear, Will? I'm sending you one.
I'm excited that it's over. Fucking now we can stop talking about him until the season starts.
He's such a narcissist.
Every year, bro.
Right, he loves himself so much. If I love me some me was a person not named T.O., it'd be named Aaron. It's ridiculous.
Oh, boy.
Absolutely.
But he did take a pay cut. Huge pay cut, honestly. That's
I mean,
probably because not a lot of teams wanted him.
Look at when you sign in. There ain't much money to go around right now, bro. Like, this is what we got.
Yeah. But 10 million and the highest he can make out of that is 13.
Yeah, this is what we got, fam. Here you go.
He's just gonna hand off the ball a bunch and throw deep balls to fucking DK. That's all he's gonna do. So, but yeah. I think it makes them better. It does make them better than Mason Rudolph. That's for goddamn sure.
Yeah. What they had there was no way you actually going into the season selling tickets, and that was the quarterbacks. So
I just hope his annoying ass fucking aura doesn't leak on the fucking Will Howard. I got high hopes for Will Howard over there in that system, but I don't think he was going to be ready this year. So, but maybe the work ethic will.
The only thing you can really get from him is the study habits, learning tendencies.
Really?
So that kind of stuff. I mean, look, that what you think? That's what I'm thinking. Will Howard should be able to learn from Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, that's exactly what they said about Aaron with Brett, and he just became Brett.
Yes, exactly. But in this scenario, look, you're in a situation where you know you're the unquestioned starter. Help a brother out. Don't be an asshole. Pass it forward, bro.
Since when has that been an option for this guy? He didn't have that button.
Pay it forward, bro. Go on.
Pay it forward.
Be a good guy. So
motherfucker hates his entire own family, and I think it's mutual. Get him out of here. Get him the fuck out of here.
I think he took pride in trying to help what's his name along in the Jets. The bus kid, whatever his name was. He's a bust.
Zach Wilson. Zach Wilson? I thought he was gone by the time.
Yeah, Zach Wilson, that guy. Yes, he probably gone somewhere else now. I think he went to the Broncos now. But yes, I think still Aaron Rodgers took pride in trying to help him along.
Shit, Zach Wilson didn't want. He took pride in juicing the Jets out their money because he set out the training camp his first season, talking about he wanted more money,
and he died in the first game.
Exactly. Go figure. Talk about betting on the wrong horse. That's it right there. But I mean, if you look at it, Aaron Rodgers comes from a tree where they don't treat you, where they don't, they don't give you an opportunity and they don't teach you. Hence, Brett Favre. That's what Brett Favre did. Brett Favre, their whole thing was never miss a practice, never miss a game. So he won't, let the other guy get a chance. So, I mean, if you ask me, I never thought Aaron Rodgers was going to teach anything.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't see substitute teacher in his byline.
Right. Like shit, like if you don't got it, shit, don't ask for me to help you.
I don't know, man. There's never been a job that I've been to that the people working there don't teach you how to do the job.
They don't pay you $1 million either.
That's because how many jobs you worked at where you could directly train your replacement.
That's what you're doing on every job, though.
Yeah, that is true. You got to train your way up. Train your replacement. But I mean, they're not paying you $1 million. So I mean, the hate is real. And it's like, listen, hey, yeah, it's tough sledding up there at the top. If you don't know how to fight, you think I'm gonna put up the dukes, put up the duke. Hell no. Listen, you're getting trampled on. So
Unc, I'm coming to you here.
Not anymore.
Let's talk some wings, man.
Man, listen, that's been the talk of the town, but for the wrong reasons. That's what's sad though. That's pretty. You see what Coach Lee did? That's pretty much what all the fans have been doing when the Wings been late in the fourth quarter. But shout out to the Wings.
Tough sledding, man.
Exactly. They start getting to that fourth. You start seeing the fans turn around. It's like, here we go again. Here we go again. But shout out to Brandon. He says Adam Silver has given the Wings a number 1 pick. And honestly, it looked like we're playing for that Juju number 1 pick this next season. And actually, I think the league might put a clause in there about you can't have the number 1 pick back to back to back. The Wings have had the number 1 pick for 2 years, so if we lose, we stay on this 1-9 course, we might be going on for a third number 1 draft pick.
Okay.
But shout out to the Wings. We had a tough game on Sunday. We lost 81-65 to the Minnesota Lynx, who improved to be 9-0, while the Wings, on the other hand, fell to 1-9. So the Dallas Wings now at a 17-point deficit, down to 1 entering the fourth quarter, but couldn't complete the comeback as the visiting Minnesota Lynx scored 81-65 victory Sunday afternoon at College Park. Enrique, listen, I do not want to mess that name up. Ogunbuwale had a Wings high 26 points, while Maddie Segrist notched her first career double-double with a season-high 15 points and a game-high 11 rebounds. Minnesota remained unbeaten, 9-0, while, of course, we fell 1-9 and currently on a 5-game win streak. So we look forward to bounce back this week. We play on tomorrow. We play Wednesday at Phoenix, at the Phoenix Arena. We play Phoenix Mercury at 9 p.m. And later this week, we also play Las Vegas Aces at Michelob Ultra Arena on Friday at 9 p.m. And that wraps up this your Dallas Wings tape segment. Thank you.
All right, cool, man. We appreciate that, man. Be sure to check out those Wings, y'all, when they are on the TV.
Yes, shout out to the Wings.
If you're live, catch them live. So yeah. All right. Let's get back into some football. We talked Aaron Rodgers. Now let's talk about arrests being made. And oldie but a goodie, Pac-Man Jones been arrested. This is not like it's not something that happened in the past. No, this is recent.
Hey, right? Wasn't it last week when Jake was like, I don't think he was really getting into stuff. It was just like, yeah, okay.
Yes. Pac-Man was arrested early Saturday, and he's facing charges in Kentucky, charged with public intoxication, disorderly conduct, and assaulting a police officer.
Doing the most.
And of course, he got bonded out, everything like that. But yeah, Pac-Man Jones doing Pac-Man things.
Well, you saying the Pac-Man thing, I'm gonna say it's a cowboy thing because and I'm mad that you don't have the actual Cowboys picture, of him up there. You got his old picture when he played for someone else. But this week it was like 3 of the Cowboy players, including Pac-Man, or shall I say former Cowboys players, got arrested.
Yeah, speaking of, Calvin Joseph arrested.
Dummy.
Yeah.
This was
Straight up dummy, man.
Texas. Coach, tell me about this.
This fool here, man. So he got charged with DWI. I believe a 27-year-old lost her life from this accident.
Oh.
And this is the same guy, I think his rookie year, maybe his second season. If you remember, he was involved in an incident where another young man lost his life from a shooting. He beat the murder rap, and Karma came and got him.
Yeah, it was out in Greenville. So you know how he got those charges dismissed against him because a suspect came up. So if they so they didn't have a strong enough case against him, so they let that go. But that's how it says. My auntie said if you don't get you in the wash, it gets you in the wrench or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like Coach said, that's karma. It caught up with him, and and shout out to the DC Defenders. The UFL, XFL champions. So he was also defensive back currently on the DC Defenders roster. So, it was a sad week this weekend, for Dallas football, because that's it right there. This guy had an opportunity, and like Coach said, he was driving a BMW and he hit a girl, hit this lady on a motorcycle. And listen, I almost hit someone on a motorcycle. So shout out to him. It's very difficult to dodge them. So that's why I get a little nervous because I was driving on one of the streets, allegedly, and guy popping a motorcycle, and I was like, look at the fool gonna fall, and he fell, he rolled over, and yeah. So I don't want to get too in depth in it because I seen it on Grand Theft Auto, but yeah, man, it's just sad out here for this guy. Yeah, I had to switch it up, man. I can't be on here, allegedly telling, on myself. I don't know how long this was the jurisdiction or whatever the word is.
Statute of limitations.
People get knocked at the door, be like, hey, look, this you? Oh shit!
Verse 48.
Them's is jokes. Them's is jokes.
Come on.
Yeah, the lady died, man. They're gonna put him under the jail. He gotta go.
Yeah.
And and I'm gonna tell you how it's gonna be under when they get on there and they say, they had a picture of her being pregnant and it was like she leaves behind. Whenever they say this, whenever the media say you leave behind, it's over. It's over. You just best believe you better go either.
You better take the first plea deal they give him.
Right. And me being a resident Saints fan, the resident Cowboy hater, I had to show the other guy because I see, you took him off the up here, but former Cowboy, Greg Hardy, long.
Oh, they fucking bad.
I forgot about this.
I did. Come here.
Who's this?
Yeah.
Greg Hardy.
That's the Kraken, man.
That is the Kraken.
Greg Hardy?
Mm-hmm.
Crackhead.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I had, because see, you gave the Cowboys a break. I got to put it in their face. This y'all people. This is a Cowboys thing.
Sorry. Y'all still gonna win 4 games this year, but it's all good.
Hey, but listen, we're gonna have some fans because you seen our quarterback cheerleader. Shit, listen, we have a whole new fan base.
He said quarterback cheerleader.
Listen, I'm telling you.
Yeah, that's pretty rough week, man. He's another one that beat stuff in the past and he couldn't get out of his own way. He beat domestic abuse charges.
Yeah. Yep. He also beat some people in the head. Didn't he join you at Texas?
MMA?
Some shit. Yeah, MMA.
He threw Shorty on a pile of guns.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's the one that got him kicked out of Carolina, right?
Yeah. Greg Hardy has a history of that. So, and that leads me to this question. Do you think, these guys get to this level and think they're, just like in the streets, people beat charge and they think, oh, they super thug. You know what I'm saying? So do you think these celebrities, these big athletes get to a point where they feel they're invincible? They can just do whatever they want and, the team just washes it away or they beat the case.
How you get here?
It's because there's evidence right there. I mean, Pac-Man Jones has a history of it. Greg Hardy, fucking guy is crazy. And who was the other guy we said?
Greg Hardy's legitimately out of his mind, though.
Joseph. So do you think it's a mental health CTE thing, or is it just like, okay, hey, I'm used to just getting my way and getting away with things?
Yeah,
and I have money to
yes. Yes.
All going their way for sure. Big man on campus, everything like that, man. Like, yeah,
they've been coddled their whole life.
Catered to your whole life.
Yeah. So I've had the privilege to be around a bunch of these guys like this in college, and that was always a common personality of them. Is they did live life on the edge. A lot of them where they do stuff and it gets covered up because they can score touchdowns on Friday and Saturday nights. And if you did with them on an individual basis, you notice they all have a little bit of bravado about them. They live life on the edge. It's just that they're just their personality. It's a very common thing, and they don't know how to turn it off. Like these guys obviously didn't know how. Maybe they were still playing. They might have a little bit of a leeway in some of these circumstances of getting away with some stuff, but you old and retired now. Sit your old ass down.
Hey, because you seen how Greg Hardy just looked. Listen, he look like a regular. I would not, if I walk right past home, I'd be like, shit. Hey, man, I got $1, bro. You know what I'm saying? Listen, don't ask me no fucking money, man. Like, for real. Like, I would have not known he was a former anything besides junkie. You know what I'm saying? So
you would have known. Stuffed your ass in his trunk, though. That's a big motherfucker.
Yeah, no, look at this shit, boy. Listen. Listen, you better look, you see how quick that motherfucker come out? Look, I took the concealed license plate. Whoo, listen. I might can't shoot that, but that bitch gonna come out quick than the motherfucker out that holster.
I forgot y'all was in Texas. My bad.
Yes. What is the luxury? Gonna learn today. Go, cowboy.
Right.
We got more guns than dispensaries down here, baby.
Yeah, a lot more legal.
What's going on, too?
How y'all doing?
All right, and yourself, brother.
Man, long day. I'll be on camera in a bit. So don't mind the blackness. I'm playing the role of Jake tonight.
We never do. We ain't gonna start now.
All right, let's talk about another.
Let's revisit these Cowboys and this reckless behavior since we got two Cowboy fans on. So, sorry. Dang.
He's a former Cowboy, so we don't no longer have to worry about him no more.
Former. We got good guys on the squad now.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Careful. I got Pickens.
He is a YN.
I'm saying.
He balls in the Pooh Shiesty mask.
Yeah, exactly. He would wear that shit on the field if they'd let him. Like he would.
All right. In other news, Nick Chubb is signing with the Texans.
Great pickup.
I know he's coming off of that injury. This could be the second year, though. He should be better and back to normal, I think. What do you think?
He finna tote this rock, man.
I don't know.
Running back by committee.
Yeah, they got two bruisers. Like they both are gonna just smash you in the face about 10 to 15 plays a game each. It's gonna be a nightmare for teams. I think they're gonna have one of the best running games in the Chargers as well.
Somebody likes that. I figured you liked that.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, because they run a zone.
Got Joe Mixon.
Yeah, they got Joe Mixon. Yeah, but I was about to say, I mean, the Texans have a history, even going back to Arian Foster. You know, they have a zone run scheme. You know, they keep this great running thing, you know, this running back. And it's like, how did they, you know, like I said, from fantasy football, Arian Foster is the killer. It's like, bro, how you get all these birds and you're the only one on the team? You know what I'm saying? Like,
because they be 3 yards into the run before they even get the first hand laid on them. That's how that
exactly right. You know, so I don't know if it's just their, you know, their DNA, but the Texans keep a strong running back run game. So, you know, I think I can get back there and maybe, you know, get a broke leg, you know, but you get the picture. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't be scared to run back.
Hey, you'll have one good run. That'll be your last run, but it'll be good.
Right. Exactly.
The next slide, we're gonna talk about some fantasy. The next slide here, so see, keep your finger on that one.
Okay.
So they got Joe Mixon, Nick Chubb, and Dameon Pierce are still there.
Yeah. They got released Dameon Pierce now, man.
Shout out to Nick, man. The Texans get sloppy seconds in this course, but we'll see what it does for them.
You sound bitter. Y'all got a running back.
Oh no. Last year. This is last year. If this was last year, I definitely would have been bitter. But you know,
he was hurt last year.
I like the direction of I'm talking about in terms of a running back going to another place. That was, a serviceable guy. We knew he was hurt last year. But just talk about as a serviceable guy. I ain't that mad this year. I feel like we got to kind of just let shit come to place, man.
He said Chubb, Woody, and DP is looking sus back there. Yeah, that sounds weird. I got a Chubb. I got a Woody. I got a DP.
No didn't.
I'm gonna tell y'all. I'm gonna say this. I know Sis, if she's still tapped in, hey man, they're gonna be riding swingers in Dallas because the Texas gonna be the new Dallas, the new Texas team, man. I mean,
that'll never happen.
Hey, I'm just saying.
That'll never happen.
Get out this box, run these pokers, man. Hey, with this pickup, I mean, they had a really good offense, with the passing game, and I mean they was getting their identity. But now, I mean, I don't know. I'm just saying. I'm just here to stir the pot. Don't mind me.
Real quick update on the Super Regional here. Murray State just went up 4-3 in the top of the 8, no outs. So look like my nightmare is gonna come true here.
They coming for you.
Murray State at some point. So, what'd you say? Yeah, they're doing their thing right now, man. All right. The Bengals are releasing their linebacker Pratt as well. That's a pretty big release there. I'm pretty sure he'll catch on with another team pretty soon.
Future Indianapolis Colt. He led them in tackles last year and maybe the year before.
Right. Exactly. That dude's a beast, man.
Never heard of him.
He'll be a Colts player.
Gabe Davis is taking a trip to New Orleans.
Yes, he is.
He's like, what I really want? To not have a real quarterback.
Well, that's crazy, that fall off he had. He went from being a playoff hero to a jag. Literally a jag.
To be fair, no one has garnered more fucking attention or like useless attention for one good game than that man. It's literally just the one game where they scored the last score was under 13 seconds because they had the Bills had already scored. Like, he had one good game. Look at his stats. His stats, mediocre receiver for the rest of his career.
Yes. Right. And that's why I was not.
You muted.
My fault. My man went from a real wrestling organization, WWE-wise, in Buffalo, to going to a real place, fake-wise, in Jacksonville. That's what happened. Reality is, it ain't real. And Jacksonville sucks, man. So, I mean, you play a part of that.
Yeah, he's a bum.
Yeah, that's why I'm not very pumped about us bringing him in for a workout or whatever. But
it could be a solid number 3 though.
Wait, so we really talking about this? We still talking about Gabe?
We got Cooks. Yeah.
Who?
Well, I'm talking about the Saints. Saints got Cooks.
Cooks? You mean the same? You mean the same guy in the NFL for the last 4 years?
What Cooks?
Brandon Cooks.
Oh, the one we drafted. And we gave away.
Yep.
We have a cheerleader for a quarterback. We dancing around. It's like so you having a book in your nose, and you just still and everyone like they're right here. Listen, the problem is the quarterback. I don't give a damn if we bring in the best wide receiver. I don't know why we're talking about the Saints. I'm mad.
Me neither. I say this all the time.
Damn.
Gabe Davis.
The question I ask myself.
Man, I don't talk goddamn Saints.
I say it all the time.
Run down my team, man. All right. I'm talking about my team. All right. Anyway, y'all can respect Spencer Rattler. All right.
Okay.
You don't even respect Spencer Rattler.
You don't. Yeah, you didn't even. Yeah,
I wouldn't even much let a dude hang with me with his name Spencer Rattler.
Yeah, it's a whole black man named Spencer.
It's a whole black man named Spencer. Can I speak with Spence? Get the fuck out of here! Listen,
he's a halfie. Will now come on, pick up for your guy. Will
I can't. That hair is terrible, and his name is Spencer. I don't.
Right.
He got bad hair, and he's a halfie. You got no excuses for that.
First and last name is bad. Spencer Ratliff. Is it Rattler or Ratliff?
It's announced
Rattler. It would be great if he was in Texas. He's the Rattler, but he's just in New Orleans.
Exactly. With red hair. We already have our goddamn problem with the red hair. What's that? The red hair bomber.
He's a recessive gene. He's not even.
He said he's a recessive gene.
Respect Spencer Rattler. Spencer Rattler coming to New England and whoop that ass this year. So
Spence, change your name or some shit. Go by Spence. Like,
bro, everybody say Spence. Yeah, Spence is cool. But bro, yeah, listen.
See, if he was leaning into his black side, he would have shortened it up and called himself Spence. But he just
now we talking. Now you see what I'm talking about. We got a Spencer in New Orleans. I can't feel right saying that, bro. No, we gotta be cool, man.
Disrespectful. So disrespectful.
He with that name, where he should be at? He should be in somewhere.
I bet you he wore a bow tie to the draft with a name like that.
We gotta find his draft picture. Yeah, I bet we gotta find his draft picture.
Jake Hagler, ain't that your other QB? Ain't that the third string?
Nah, Hainer, the Hainer kid.
The Hainer bug. The one that looked like homegirl drives a Volkswagen Bug to the everywhere with the dandelion top. Yeah, man, don't get me started on them.
5-3.
Man, get off the same top, man.
I'm telling you, I'm so upset with them.
All right, and the last bit of news I got is Jair Alexander was released by the Packers. So hopefully we get him to come to New Orleans. Now that guy can help solidify our cornerback position.
And what, put the offense on, put our cheerleader on?
Oh my God.
No. There's nothing good about that.
We're gonna be all right.
No, I want our defense to stay out there longer so we can look a little bit more masculine. Because once you get our offense, throwing the ball, girlified and shit. No,
we're gonna be all right on offense.
No, we're not.
We got offensive genius as a coach, man. Come on.
Okay, I believe you.
Man won a Super Bowl last year.
What did he do before that? What did he do before that?
Coach, know that man's a genius, right, Coach?
Yeah, okay. He got ran out 2 spots.
Yeah, now we talk.
Offensive genius, man.
I would say this from a now that he's the head man, whoever the quarterback is, might want to go get him because y'all gonna sling that bitch.
Yeah. Think so?
Tiger don't change the stripes. He did it 1 year in his coaching career. Tiger don't change the stripes.
Don't change them, Kellen.
When they change their eating habits, I've seen a vegetarian tiger, and that's what they gonna have ours. Because listen, man, I don't see nothing happening with our quarterbacks.
Did you say vegetarian tiger?
I don't know what you're talking about right now.
That soft ass quarterback. That soft ass quarterback cheerleader. Because Spencer, he's definitely not gonna last as a number one. And then we're gonna have Hainer.
I ain't worried. I ain't worried about Hainer. I don't think Hainer's gonna make the team, honestly.
It's okay though. It's okay though. Y'all will be tanking for nuts this year.
I'm for it. I'm for it. Let's get nuts. Y'all don't want us to get nuts.
I'll tell you what's crazy. Shout out to Drew Brees and Sean Payton. Because now, just think about it. I'm just happy just to say that we're not in a rebuilding phase. Because I'm the early 90s brown bag where I come out expecting the second line, the game to end. I just watch the game just so I can see the team's second line off the field. Because he's
not for the post game festivities.
All right, shit.
All right, let's talk fantasy here, Onk.
Okay.
Well, let's focus here on running back. This is
Onk's forte, by the way.
Yeah, I can't see none of that. Oh, there we go.
Onk, chill out, bitch. Just sit there.
Now, see, that might be differently for you Boston people. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it was the brown paper bag that you put on your head for the Saints fan.
So
listen here,
these are like the top 15 ranked running backs for the 2025 season.
Wow. Jets is getting some love.
Yes. And I see quite a bit of really young running backs here, rookies in here. So I want to know, how do you feel about this? And are you willing to take these young guys early in the draft?
I can't even see them. So what is that? The top what? 10 RBs?
Top 15.
Shit.
You got Bijan, Jahmyr Gibbs, Barkley, Genty, Bucky Irving, McCaffrey, Derrick Henry, A-Chain, Jacobs,
Well, I can see
Walker
that
the third. Okay, got it. Cool.
Bijan Roy, I got it. Well, I don't see anyone outdoing Saquon.
Okay.
Bijan, he's
for the
Saquon
ranked number 1.
Huh?
You would have Saquon ranked number 1.
Oh, yes. Yeah, I was about to say, because I see him here. I think I got this list in front of me. So, yeah, I don't see how Bijan – well, I mean, you got to look at it. Fantasy football is different factors. It's definitely about the amount of time you get on the, on the field. So, and with that, Bijan Robinson is going to have a little bit more. I think he played more positions and, more plays in the playbook. But from a talent and opportunity to, touch the ball to make something happen, Saquon Barkley, no one does it better than that. After that, Jahmyr Gibbs, only because Detroit is a passing, they're like, how it was back in the days with Carolina when it was Del Home back there, or, Green Bay when they had passing, when they had Aaron Rodgers, when they had passing QB. So if you ask, I really don't like this list. Only one that I like is Saquon Barkley. I'll say A-Chain, because I had him. He showed some flashes last year.
The one person that surprised me on this list that's pretty high was Bucky Irving being way up there.
Nah.
He was splitting time with Rachaad White at best in Tampa. Don't get me wrong, he was the A running back, but still he's splitting time.
That's what I'm saying. Nah, that's right there in the chat. Bucky was nice. Once again, he had more versatility.
Bucky was ascending. He was definitely ascending. When you see this list there, this guys of ascension, obviously you get the Christian McCaffreys, the Derrick Henrys who kind of stay still in or around that list still, because those guys, when given health circumstances on McCaffrey's side at least, they ball out. Saquon, hey, Super Bowl season, overall great season, so he's up there. Jamal Gibbs in Montgomery for Detroit, they're going to be more valuable than they've ever been. You know why? Because
changing,
what I'm saying? So therefore, these guys might be more relied on than they was last year. That's saying a lot, because they were relied heavily on a lot last year. So it's definitely.
And a shout out to Will. He said most teams are running back by committee, and and agrees to that. And that's why you don't have the king running back anymore. Who's that guy with the Tennessee Titans? Derrick Henry. And y'all being a Cowboys fan, you should definitely know who the Conan the Barbarian. That guy. Now he was one of my favorites. Like, this guy had a freaking cinder block for a head. He would run, boom, he would just run into you. I was just like, and I think he had a short career. I'm talking about Conan with Marion Barber. Yeah, just crazy run. But these guys touching the ball 30 and 40 times a game is like, it sounds crazy and absurd now that you see hearing these guys touching the ball like 10, 15 times.
I'm gonna say right now, sneaky. I want to see what Amarion Hampton does in LA.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's a good system to be in.
Looking at somebody, obviously you see the rookie Genty's up there on the top, but yeah, I like to see how Hampton responds. I like the second fiddle sometimes. It's not always the first guy who's drafted on the board. Do that second, third guy. Pay attention to the late round picks and all that. Shout out to the Rams, baby. So
are you guys expecting a big year from Ashton Genty?
It would be
who's quarterback?
It would be good for the Raiders' sake. But
let me see.
We've been getting a lot of pleasantry with these new running backs coming in the game. One's got to kick the can at one point. No disrespect to Janty, but if it's him, I'm not going to be surprised because he's on the Raiders.
Geno Smith, the starter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter who the QB is. Doesn't matter.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, I can see Janty having some decent games, but we'll see. It's not going to be explosive craziness. I don't see that.
All right, Coach.
Well, yeah. You got to think with.
Go ahead.
I just forgot who the head coach was, so he will have a big year.
Oh, Janty? Oh,
yeah. Yeah, he been told to rock.
My man gonna Marshawn Lynch his ass. You ain't getting that the one.
Yep.
I hope the guy has a good season.
Okay.
I want to see what happens.
Coach, what you think about Christian McCaffrey here? You putting trust in him this year?
I'm the wrong man to ask that question. F no.
I'm
drafting that dude, man. That dude single-handedly killed my entire fantasy year on several teams last year. No, I'm not drafting him this year.
He's in a good spot this year because maybe you go another running back before you go him. No. Just in a sense here. He
been give me twice.
The curse got him. But I mean that's it. The other year before that, he was playing okay. He scored a touchdown in like 14, 15 straight games. But it's the reality though. This guy, the first couple weeks of the season, I feel like in fantasy, bank on him. No bull. Because you're gonna have to keep either that or Purdy's gonna have to show out the first 5 weeks of the season because he got that big contract. But I think honestly they keep Purdy a little poised and let Christian do his thing, man. So the first couple weeks of the season, I'm taking Christian, but you don't got to draft him early. He's going to be in a draft position where you don't really got to look for him as that number 1 pick.
Okay. All right, cool. All right, anything else on this list kind of jump out to you guys?
Scroll down some.
This is the bottom.
Oh, that is the bottom. Okay.
Yeah.
Breece Hall. I think he still gets traded. I know they were shopping him.
That could be good for both parties, man.
That Jonathan Taylor, just to see the decline of that guy, talk about the curve. He had a great season, and now, yeah, you know what I'm saying? We didn't much mention it. So, I just had to give him his roses. What to say his flowers while he alive? Because, is he looking like he retirement or drop bait?
Man, the Colts, man, overall as an organization, they're going to be dealing with a lot this season from their quarterback situation to the
they lost their owner.
The daughters, I heard this took up ownership. Shout out to the family. And it's gonna be a wild and wacky season for the Colts. But when people have wild and wacky seasons and crazy stuff happens and or accidents and or tragedies, those type of teams kind of stand up for that. You know what I'm saying? And kind of boost their team up. So I'm interested to see what they can provide, given their problems that they have already.
All right.
Well, we know if you have a hurricane, you're gonna win the Super Bowl. So you know what I'm saying? Shit.
I see a big omission here on this list, and I want to play a name game, something that we do on the fantasy. Yep, on the fantasy show here. So you're drafted. You got 2 names. I need to know which one you're going with. Let's start off with you, Unc. Alvin Kamara or Chase Brown?
Chase Brown.
Coach.
Chase Brown.
Will, you on mute, Will. You're on mute, Will.
The same mute from yesterday. Hit the mute button.
I don't know who muted me. I just backed myself out of the day. That's crazy. Anyways, I wonder why y'all was ignoring me. Jonathan Taylor had a good season last year, by the way. 1,400 yards, 11 touchdowns. You take Chase Brown. He has a quarterback.
Okay.
Yep.
2.
Shit. I want to ride Kamara, man, because it's long standing, but I'm gonna take Chase. Chase almost led me to the prize last year, being a wild pickup. So yeah.
That kid told it that rock last year, man.
What was Chase? How many years Chase Brown been in the league?
He's a rookie last year, wasn't he?
Oh,
Yeah, he was a rookie last year.
oh, so they didn't have any tape on him. Oh,
That don't mean nothing.
what? Okay, I'm a fan of Reggie Bush.
At other
Reggie
positions,
Bush
yes, but at running back, like
was trash. Ever since Reggie Bush, I believe in the sophomore slump. I believe it.
I would too for sure. Hey, listen.
But that would be something to come in, like, and that's some of the things that I pay attention to. That's one of my strategies. Is like, okay, hey, that's to me why these rookies, come in, because if Chase Brown was so dominant, he came into the season splitting shares.
Yeah.
And he wasn't much the dominant one at that point. But just throwing it out there since we just discussing some facts.
We did just discuss how like most teams go by committee though. Like nowadays, there's very few.
Yeah.
There's only so many teams who one guy out there.
The Bengals, their running back room looks pretty good.
It's a 1A, 1B because just like Nick, in Cleveland, they had Chubbs and such, and one of those guys. But I mean. They do get the lion's share, but it is about
Omari and Hampton being up here is interesting because they also signed Najee Harris. So are they saying Omari is going to be the one out the gate? We'll see.
Right. Yeah, that's
A-Chain wasn't the number one.
Mm-hmm.
He became it slowly.
He became it, yes.
Got it quickly. Actually,
shout out to Kalen Ballage. He was the running back for the Dolphins, and he ended up with the Arlington Renegades, the UFL. Yeah.
You heard?
We're upside down that way.
All right. Now wrapping up with our last topic here. Money in the Bank happened this weekend. And of course, this section of the show is sponsored by Best in the World. Be sure to check us out on Thursdays, right around 7 Central. That's right, Will. We plug everything. So
shameless plug.
I was trying to figure out what this MITB meant this entire time.
Money in the Bank, sir. Okay. Last week we talked about our
spell first. He said MTITIB.
Yeah, that was all the way thrown off. I was like, Men in Black? Like, wait, no, I got the T there. Like, wait, what the hell is that T doing there?
Yes, last week we talked about R-Truth getting fired, and we gave him his flowers, talked about how bad it was, how people in the locker room was talking about how bad that was. Well, he showed up on Money in the Bank, and he screwed John Cena. John Cena and Logan Paul lost the match versus Cody Rhodes. And who's the other person?
Yeet!
And yeah, Jey Uso. There you go. And so R-Truth is now signed back with WWE. He's going by Ron Killings, his real name. So it looks like he's gonna be dropping a little funny gimmick. What you think about this, man?
Hey man, maybe it's a different way for him to go out, man. Like I said, man, he was gonna be making cameos and doing all that extra stuff. You may not see this man every week, but you're gonna see him. And I think that's the type of situation he could be in now at his age, and you know what I'm saying, and kind of where Triple H is in life and trying to get the fans what they want. So in all, it was great for the storyline. Him attacking Cena and not a title match, because it wasn't a blonde situation, but a tag team match, man. And we kind of thought in my mind, well, at least me, that the match would be boring. Match was decent, and it just made it even fun when he came out and screwed Cena. So fuck Cena.
Huge pop when R-Truth came out, man.
Yeah, crazy pop. It was crazy pop. It was the loudest pop for a black man since I don't know. Maybe Obama. You know what I'm saying? So listen, I liked it.
You pick screenshots from the wrong fucking Money in the Bank.
I put R-Truth in there because we talked about him last week, and we had to give the update. So, but okay,
we could have been looking at cheeks.
Oh, we could have been looking at caution. We could have been looking at caution.
There's an ulterior motive.
Naomi takes the women's Money in the Bank, which was dope. I like to see what direction the federation goes in. I'm still calling the federation. The entertainment just sounds crazy to me. Though it's entertainment. It's gonna be dope to see what they do with her. On the men's side, Seth Rollins, we know why this is happening. We know what type of power he holds, especially with Triple H at the helm. He's going to be a champion again soon. He's not going to waste the opportunity. We'll see Seth Rollins at a WrestleMania next year in one of the main events.
Yeah.
Overall, for me, the pay-per-view was I gave it from 1 to 10. I give it a smooth 7.9. I was excited by it. The solo Sokoa Jacob Fatu was the night for me.
Yeah.
Jacob Fatu but turned his back on his family member, while he was going to cash and get the money in the bank. That was epic. And man, listen here, Jacob Fatu brings like that real, like, we seen Yokozuna, we seen Rikishi, we seen those guys, we seen the Mings, we seen Samoan heritage all over, all our lives watching wrestling. He might be the most exciting one, not the best one, but to me, the most exciting one. He just gives me that blood, like I want to watch him all night. That's my guy. He definitely
he's entertaining as hell.
Entertaining as hell.
Yeah.
And he got agility to build like a motherfucker.
Yep. All right, Will, you watched a few matches from the pay-per-view. Give me your thoughts.
I love that ladies ladder match. It's always amazing.
Yes, always.
But I don't think I think last year's was better though. Their stunts were better. They kept fumbling with the fucking ladders too much. Like I get it's a ladder match, but they was making a lot of mistakes with that ladder match. But whatever, it was an okay event.
And I'll toot the horn, but this is it's the evolution. Shout out to ladies wrestling for getting to where they at, but you'll see a lot of this, in matches like that. I feel like in mine, sometimes ladies thinking in mind, like, what can happen to me in this type of matchup? I'm going out here in a live crowd, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, it takes a lot to go out there, especially in those type of matches, and put on 100% mistake-free wrestling. Not that type of match. You're going to see some hiccups, and hopefully nobody gets hurt. And I'm glad nobody got hurt in that matchup. That's the key. Right. I can see some mistakes. But we've seen a lot of buns. And that's
that probably the only match I watched.
That's the only match I watched.
Clapping sounds.
Hey, even the little bunnies, fatties. It was crazy. Snow bunnies is out there.
You come to the South, man. You come to the South.
They
got a lot more options.
Logan Paul, the move of the night, man. The highlight of the night, man, goes to Logan Paul.
Why he did the flip?
The flip, yeah.
Okay.
The one that he said no one else has done, and then they showed like 2 other people have done it, like Juventud, I think Guerrero did it back in the day.
Yeah, that was fine.
Funny. Yeah, he practiced the hell out of that move though.
Okay, but good weekend of
wrestling dungeon. So he has his gym, he has a wrestling gym down, I think, Puerto Rico, and wrestlers go down there, whoever's wrestling them, and go work with him, kind of work the scene in the matchups. Jay Uso went down there for the title matchup before main event.
I love that he's taking it seriously, man. I hope he becomes a superstar.
Yeah, man. Yeah, for sure. For sure, man. So, but yeah, man, shout out to WWE. They put on a great weekend events. And, yo, man, Mr. Iguana, he's coming to your living room pretty soon.
Who is and why? And that sounds so sus. Who is the Iguana man?
Right, I was like, that nigga right come to my house. Shit.
He get shot like Hardy.
Exactly. Left hand.
You gotta look out for this Iguana, I'm telling you. All right, so let's go wrap up the show today, man. Let's go around the room here. Let's get some final thoughts. Let's start off with you, Unc. Give me final thoughts, shout outs. Oh, look at that. Too. You on me?
Yeah, we did this out of shout out. So just tell them bye. Bye bye.
Right. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Will.
Shout out to the show. Tune into the chop up tomorrow. We'll react stupid.
Go. Love it. All right. And
what's the homework?
Yeah, we gotta figure that out.
Yeah.
Come on, Mr. Producer.
I don't know. Gotta figure that out.
Anybody had the KFC hot honey chicken sandwich yet?
No.
Nah.
You couple times I had KFC. It's Churches and Williams Chicken in Texas.
Shout out to Williams. Oh shoot, man! Shout out to you fellows, man.
3-piece. Oh, Mike Hot Honey Chicken. Okay, y'all want to do that?
Yeah.
You can do the hot honey chicken.
Doing my man Doug Christie like that, dog. Damn shame.
What happened with Dougie?
You ain't heard?
So Dougie and Jack.
What happened with Doug Christie?
Decades. Their first child, which they deemed was his. They never had a DNA or anything like that.
She's 20.
It's not your baby?
Not the daddy. And guess who's the daddy?
Who?
Chris Webber.
Derek Fisher.
Chris Webber.
Oh, that was the one I forgot to put on there, Coach. Okay. Oh.
And you real quick, and you know why I told you I was gonna go off on this story. You know why this is so troubling? Think of all the times, the whole perception of Doug Christie that his wife was difficult. She ran his life. She wouldn't even allow him to talk to female reporters without her being present. She did all this
because she knew she was taking pipe,
giving up the yam to his boy.
Also,
you ain't shit.
Also, no. I ain't gonna let it be all on her. Yo, C-Web, you a bitch, bro. That's crazy. Cut that out, man. Can't be doing
we
that.
brought up this topipe a few weeks ago, like worst team.
Yeah, with Derek Fisher.
I think C-Web just took the title.
There we go.
Hold on, that baby by another guy. That's crazy.
2 thumbs down, bro.
Yeah,
that's cold, bro.
So if Doug Christie, I'm not condoning it, but if you just happen to just go off, I understand.
Yeah.
It's too late in the game now. Anyways, he should have been on there. He should have flipped the table early in there. Now he just got to wear that duck. What they say, walk like a duck, quack like a duck, quack, quack.
Think of all the teams that passed on him because they knew how controlling his wife was and they didn't want to deal with him. She cost the man money.
That's the narrative we putting out there. They might say that she was a little hussy, like the old folks say. So
like hiding the pants.
Exactly.
This lady, I remember watching her on Basketball Wives.
She did way too much.
She was a nightmare there too.
They would get married every year.
That's why I'm so damn bad. He did all that. And she was just doing them dirty, dog. Doing them dirty.
Hey, Dougie. Every day at Suckers Board, man. We just found out that Dougie's won.
Please don't teach me how to Dougie.
Tomorrow's always something's birthday, man. Just know everybody. Tomorrow's always something's birthday. You heard?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Figure
it out, Doug.
Yes, sir, man. Shout out to the plug, though, man. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to you guys for hitting the topics. Pacers are not winning another game, everybody. Just let everybody know that. Shout out to the Thunder. Fire the noise.
All right. Okay. Yes. Come hang out with us tomorrow for the chop up. We're gonna be having good fun. Bring a friend, bring your enemy, bring everybody.
Bring your ass.
Don't bring everybody. Yeah. Don't bring everybody. I got drawn people. Don't bring everybody.
He said,
you must traumatize offspring.
Yeah, don't bring us your Doug Christies or your C-Webs. Keep them up.
Bring Derek Fisher.
Keep your Derek Fishers too. We don't need
Hold on. I'm gonna bring Jason Richardson, actually.
Jay Rich.
Terrible.
I forgot about him. Yeah, he did the same thing.
Who'd he get?
Steve Nash.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. He is slime ball for that. That nigga got you paid. I'm mad about that one, actually. He got you paid. Stevie got you paid. You would never got paid without Stevie. That's crazy. What do you do without Stevie? A dunk contest? I'm tight. That's crazy. That's awful.
Dunk champ.
I'm gonna rage about it. I'm gonna bring that back up in 2 months. I'm gonna rage about it again. That's crazy.
All right, Coach. You gonna wrap us up?
Wrap us up?
Yeah, the roll call.
Oh, yeah, it's been a while for a minute. Shout out to Jake, Marie, Brandon, and this other guy named Will, not related to the wheel on our thing.
and this other guy named Rocket, who's also has nothing to do with this podcast.
Yes, indeed.
But we appreciate support. Like always, if we forgot about you, our sincere apologies.
That's right. That's right.
Or be more memorable. I don't know what to tell you.
Or just come tomorrow to the next show, and we might remember.
Yeah. We'll get it right tomorrow. How about that? That's right. All right, we'll see y'all again tomorrow for the chop up, and we out.
Thanks for watching our show. Remember to subscribe for more shows on the network. Smash the like button, share, and comment.